I just looked in the program and saw that it's time for me and Boris to do our startup roast. Now, I think what we're going to do is a little less of a roast, and we just want to talk a little bit about tech terminology. We'll do that in a moment. But I do want to say there is something nice about the Dutch, because you know that what we do at, because I'm from Boom Chicago. Boom Chicago, of course, a comedy theater in Amsterdam. I'm not such a tech, not naturally a tech person. I am just naturally a nerd, and that gives me an immediate affinity with all of you people pretending not to be nerds and feigning well-dressed in the presence of your nerdism. But I do note that it's weird to me that Amsterdam is such a great place for the startup ecosystem, because Dutch people, I don't feel like, are natural starter-uppers, right? Like the Facebook motto, move fast and break things, and then you've got the Dutch motto, which is move slow and take breaks. And if you've ever had lunch with a Dutch person, who's Dutch in the room? Who's Dutch? You can tell because they raise their hands politely. Who's not Dutch? For the record, way fewer of the non-Dutch, way prouder of their not Dutch status. That's a little sad. But Dutch folks, y'all eat lunch the worst of anyone in the world, right? Like, you guys have been around the world, you're traders, you've seen how other countries do lunch, and you're like, nee. Ik ben blij met een broodje kaas. Ja, doe maar gewoon, jongen. I don't need grilled meat and sauce and delicious things like they have in other countries. You just give me a cheese sandwich. 2 pieces of bread, 1 piece of cheese, and I wash it down with carne milk. Lekker! And this sort of, this doesn't lend itself to innovating. It doesn't lend itself to innovation. What it lends is to more of the same. But thankfully, we've got folks like the Next Web, folks like you people that are changing that. And so let me, without further ado, welcome to the stage Boris, our host of the evening, and of course, co-founder of the Next Web. Give him a big round of applause for Boris. It's a pleasure to see you, Boris. Boris, you were mentioning that you wanted to come and see the show we're doing at Boom Chicago about the American election. Angry white men, trump up the volume.
I did. And I asked you to remind you, yeah.
Yeah, thanks for bringing that up. Anyway, but Boris and I work together. It's a little weird, right? To see yourself on the Super Megatron.
I love it. I feel like Tupac.
I just don't like I mean, you can't get balder than on the Megatron, unfortunately.
It's like... Do I close
Boris
it
and I, Boris and I put together a show about the startup community, and it was a two-person show, and we're going to do it again. I don't know exactly when, so we can't pitch that. But I'll just say before the summer.
Yeah.
And then we'll let you know.
We'll find the time.
At Boris, you ask for toilet paper, he sends you a ticket to the show. It's going to work out great. But one of the things we talked about when we did that was you need a lot of tech lingo to kind of make it in this business. What's your favorite tech term right now?
Tech term is, God, what is it? It's not a startup, but the thing that grows faster. What's the term?
Incubator?
No, what's
Accelerator?
the term? No, like a faster growing startup.
Viagravator?
Scale up.
A scale up.
Scale up. Yeah, that's like I'm like, oh, that's new. Yeah, because we used to call that startup that did well, but now it's a scale up.
That's perfect.
Like, yeah.
By the way, have you been, so through that door, is it all startups through that door?
I think so.
Because the one that, I feel like startups have the worst names ever, and they seem great at 4 in the morning. There's a startup out there called Octopole, which sounds like what Aquaman pays for. But Boris and I, we've got some ideas for tech terms that don't exist, but we feel like they should exist. And you want to just say the first one?
Yeah,
okay.
wiredidea.
It's a wiredea. It's a wiredea.
Yeah.
A wiredea. The definition is the idea that you get after no sleep and way too much Red Bull.
We've all been there.
And by the way, I think a wiredea is how most startups are actually named. You say the next one out?
The next one is krapwerk.
Yes, it's krapwerk. Or if you prefer crapwork. Crapwork is named after the mind-numbing repetitive music of Kraftwerk. And if you're German, you know what I'm talking about. I blame you. Crap work is the work you do, but you know it's useless, but you do it anyway because you want to look busy.
I'm a master at that.
You're a master at crap work?
Yeah, I'm in office going like sometimes I'll go home and I'm like, yeah, but it's slightly too early, and then I'll just grab my jacket and run. I'll go like, oh shit, fuck, shit. And then people go like, oh, he's off to a meeting, obviously, right?
I think that's even a different thing. I think that's called bullshit, is what that is. Right? I think that's called lying to your staff, is what that's called.
You know me so well. Yeah.
Another synonym for crap work, by the way, I believe is management. It's a great term.
There's always some people who are not laughing, and they're obviously, yeah.
The ones that are worried their manager is watching the live stream and they don't want to be seen laughing at the joke. No, I'm at work. This is important. You paid for this ticket for a good reason, sir. The next word is, I think, something that the next term is something I think a lot of you are probably familiar with here at the event. It's the going out of business card. The going out of business card is it's the business card you give away knowing full well it will be thrown out the moment you turn your back. I suspect you came armed with like a ton of those today, and now you're delightfully don't have as many of them. How about the next one, Boris?
Yeah, pocket spam.
Pocket spam.
Yeah.
Pocket spam is the flip side of the going out of business card. Pocket spam is the business card you accept knowing full well you're going to throw it away the minute the dude turns his back.
Like, yeah, right, whatever, yeah.
Hang on.
Like, yeah, I don't know who that's. Oh, that looks official, though. That's something we can throw out. No, I'll keep all of these, though.
He'll keep all of them, even the one he dropped on the ground. You should know that well, I'll tell you this in a second. The next term is a conversation beta. A conversation beta. It's the conversation you have where neither party actually knows what you're talking about during the conversation.
Yeah.
And please don't confuse that with name bait. The next term, name bait. Name bait are the phrases you use to dance around not knowing someone's name. Boris does not ever use name bait because, and this is a true story, photographic memory for faces and names. So if you bump into Boris today, just stop and say, "We've met, tell me where and who I am."
Oh, fuck
and Boris will astound you. Boris will astound you. I got here today and Boris called me Patrick. Okay. So the next term is it's something else you might be experiencing maybe tonight at the after party, and it's a term for that mix of eye contact and looking over someone's shoulder to find someone more important to talk to at a networking event. That is called I can do better than you tact. And but again, that's not what you get with Boris. Laser focused.
I'm on you. Yeah.
And just so we're clear, everything I say about Boris is really me commenting on myself. This is something that Boris and I experienced during a day of exchanging texts, and we realized there was such thing as a post to the ghost, which is when you have like a crazy reply to a deleted post. And you look like you're insane because you're the one with like, yeah, you're crazy, son of a bitch, and you're responding to nothing. That is a great, by the way, if you want to have some fun, troll some Donald Trump supporters, wait till they reply, and then delete your original post and leave their post to the ghost there. It makes them look even more insane than they actually are. And if there's any Donald Trump supporters here, I'm shocked you have a passport and left the country. And please, get your asses back before he builds that fucking wall. All right. So the next post, and this might be more interesting, Boris, for some of the startups out there.
Yeah.
It's that the intentional self-delusion that the person you're talking to is attracted to you when really all he or she wants is funding.
Which is great because you read the description before the title.
No, that's on purpose because the title is a surprise. Yeah. So the definition for that.
Thanks for telling me in advance.
I know I changed it around and more.
Yeah.
So that the term for that is of course VC Viagra. VC Viagra. And so, you think they're hot for you, they're not. And I've done the same thing here.
Right.
I've done the same thing here.
So
you mentioned the definition.
The definition is the numbers you mention in a meeting, but you have no idea what they mean.
Right, we've all done that. You've got a meeting, you're making a pitch, whatever
any number,
it is.
and you'll see what I mean.
Right, so it's these numbers that you say it, but it means nothing to you. These are, of course, shit statistics. And And there's shit statistics, damn shit statistics, and bullshit statistics, I think, are the worst of the shit statistics. And these are our tech terms that don't exist, but should exist. Boris, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you.